Welcome to Rediscover the Verde Valley. I'm Christian Oliva Del Rio. I'm the CEO for the Cottonwood Chamber of Commerce. And I've got two very special guests with me today, personal friends as well as partners on the OTA board. So I've got Brenda Clouston is the owner of Colt 804 Grill, and Gavin Gallifant is the owner of Winery 101. So welcome, both of you.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with me.
It's going to be fun.
Yes. So, you know, we always kind of start, we were chit-chatting a little here before we started about wanting to know a little bit about your history and what brought you to the Verde Valley. I'm always interested. I moved here from the San Francisco Bay Area 26 years ago. So quite a culture shock for me, but
that's probably a good story.
It is a little bit different, but but I love it. You know, I know what drew me here, and I'm sure it's probably a lot of the same for you guys. But Gavin, tell me a little bit about you and you know what brought you here.
Well, obviously everyone's got a long story, but I'll shorten it. My wife and I got into the wine business. We had met Eric Lomsky doing wine dinners / tastings at our house, and we had a lot of the local Arizona winemakers. Right. And we had fallen in love with making wine, or the idea of making wine in Italy on our honeymoon. Wow. And that was back in 06, 05, 06. We went on our we got married 05. Right. 06 we went on our honeymoon, and I had been in, and still am, in the pest control business. Right. But going over there, watching these winemakers pour from the grapes to the wine and sharing it with us, it just was such a great experience. I wanted to do that. Right. And I looked at my wife, I said, I want to do this. And I think she was kind of a little concerned, like, we're on our honeymoon, and you're talking about drinking all the time. And I said, no, make wine and share it with people, and have them get that experience. Wine's an experience, and
it's shared. It's
something that you can share, you know, with and pair with food, good friends. We say good friends, good wine for a perfect blend. Right. And so our job, we started making wine in 08. And Eric walked us through. He held our hand for 9 years, and then finally let go. And we're harvesting grapes out of Kingman and bringing them down. And we still do custom crush at ASV. And it's a great community. It's been an amazing industry to be a part of. But Cottonwood rebranded themselves as the heart of Arizona wine country. They took the initiative. The Verde Valley Wine Consortium here took that time to find all the collaboration with the tours and the activities and the hotels and the restaurants, and bring them together to support the wine industry, to make the Verde Valley a place to be. Right, a destination. We wanted to be a part of that. And we were excited to be not on the groundbreaking, because Pillsbury wine, ASV started out there in Old Town, but they took the initiative, and they're still there. They did, and it's exploded.
It took some entrepreneurs to come in and see the potential there, and thanks for jumping on that.
And the restaurants that have developed. So a lead into the restaurants. Yeah,
leading into the restaurants. So Brenda, tell us about
it's
best barbecue in town. I love it.
Well, thank you. It's very good. Yes, we do specialize in smoked meats, but we do have a lot of other items as well. The menu's made from scratch. We're so happy to be part of Old Town because, as Gavin expressed, Old Town's on fire. Everybody wants to go there. The people are really friendly, and the OTA is really focused on making Old Town very hospitable, and it's fun to be a part of that. What we do is a little bit of down-home atmosphere.
A lot of hospitality.
A lot of hospitality. I train my staff to be very friendly, very cordial, and I'm proud of the fact that Colt is a place you can come in and just relax. Right. We have a bar. We're not a typical bar, but we show guests how to enjoy a good whiskey, really nice wine. We actually have Gavin's wine on the list. It's delicious. He's a terrific winemaker, right? But we do showcase local items, local wine and local beer, and we're pretty much focused on locals. Right. Great. So Colt is, I got here because my husband's family all moved here.
Oh, nice.
And like many people's stories, we started visiting Lake Powell when our kids were babies, and they're nearly 30. So, been coming for a long time, and slowly the whole family migrated here. And with our talents, I just wanted to think about a business that would go well in Cottonwood.
Sure.
So it was just a dream
I had. And it's doing pretty well, right?
It's doing very well, yeah.
So you guys do like special events or anything like that at your
We do.
your
We actually have an event coming up this Friday night. Everyone's welcome to come. It's free. There's no cover charge. We have a live band, and Uncle Bear's Brewery is coming.
Oh, nice.
So they have fantastic beer.
Right.
So they're doing a tap takeover tailgater to kick off football season.
Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent.
Nice.
And what about you? You get...
We do. We have several things coming up. August 31st, we have Unwind Yoga.
No.
And we actually, prior to opening,
This idea.
we're clearing the floor out, and 20 plus people. You have to prepay your ticket ahead of time.
Right.
But you get 5 or 6 tastes of wine, and they go with the yoga poses.
Right.
That's August 31st.
Wine and that's better. I've heard about the goat yoga, and I would much rather do this.
Oh,
I know. I think I'm on board with this. I've never done yoga, but I could
know,
do that
right?
On Saturdays, we have so many local artists here.
Yes.
In addition to painting different medias, the music, and there's so many different. And you have a band coming too. I don't know
Did I mention that?
Yeah,
I think I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And but Saturdays we do Saturday sipping 3 to 5. So we're not competing with everyone else doing live music.
Sure.
Come have wine, listen to music, and then go to dinner. Come back, and everybody else's music starts after that.
That's a good
so
idea.
It's just another fun way of extending it. 2 Saturdays ago, my wife and I spent the entire day going to live music, and at the end of the night wound up at State Bar at 9 o'clock for a band.
Right.
It was awesome.
It's great. Yeah, it's so nice. That's the whole attraction to Old Town is being able to cruise the whole street and see different things, and
And you
just
can
love that. And it's not like it's a huge long walk, but 3 blocks, right? We're okay, and we've got a lot going on in those 3 blocks.
And if people want to go on our Facebook page for the Old Town Association, they'll see what's going on.
Right. So it's Facebook, and then it's Old Town or Cottonwood Old Town Association, correct?
Yes.
Right.
That's right.
And on Facebook,
So
and then
find us on Facebook. See
and
what's
obviously
going on.
the website oldtown.org.
Yes.
Correct.
OldTownCottonwood.org.
Right.
I think.
Yeah.
I'll have to look that up in the break.
Awesome. So, how'd you guys get involved with the Old Town Association? So, what happened? Why did you get on the board?
Well, break it. We all got hoodwinked into it. But it was worth it.
It was definitely worth it.
Yeah.
I tell you.
Yeah.
This board has been amazing.
The association needed it. It needed some new blood. We had a lot of stuff that happened prior to this board being on, the current board, and we did the 2-year stint, which nobody told me that when I
me neither.
But that's okay. The second year, we're rolling.
Really, that's the thing. Is
We're
their first
rolling
year
now.
is just learning, kind of feeling it out. By your second year, you're really making things happen.
But there's money in the bank now.
Yes.
We've added events, and we'll talk more about that.
Right.
But it has been a fantastic experience just to get to know the other merchants. Sure. Find out why people aren't a part of it.
Right.
And to draw them back, because we do so many cool things.
It is.
And our goal with the OTA is just to bring people to Cottonwood for that experience. To get a little piece of
why we fell in love with it, right?
Hometown
and
USA.
show them what we have. I think a lot of people still don't know how vibrant Old Town is.
We have people every day in our shop. I know you do the same.
Yeah.
Every day they say, "Wow, I had no idea."
Right.
Yeah.
And some of them have been, in the state for, like me.
Right.
This is my 45th summer.
Right.
So I've been here a while, down in the valley, sweating and melting. I love being up here.
Right.
It's
Come
cool.
here, it's cooler.
The sun goes down. It's cool.
Sure. Well, tell you what, guys, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk a lot more about what the OTA is doing.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you, folks. We'll see you in a minute.
This is Bruce Morrow, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley and Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Welcome back to Rediscover the Verde Valley. I'm Christian Oliva Del Rio with your Cottonwood Chamber of Commerce. And again with me is Brenda Clouston and Gavin Gallifant. Also board members on the Old Town Association. And before this segment we were talking a little bit about Old Town and what a great destination it is, right? So
right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I fell in love with it when I moved here too, and to see the changes in the 26 years, you know, sidewalks used to roll up at 5 o'clock and that was it, you know, and now we've got a vibrant community down there, nightlife, a lot of great restaurants and wine tasting and retail shops and shopping, right? So the OTA is a membership-based organization, right? And so tell us a little bit more about the members and the merchants downtown. And
okay, well we've quadrupled our membership in 1 year, so that's pretty exciting because obviously the goal of the OTA is to increase membership so we can increase funds and get a lot more work done.
Right.
So it's comprised of retail merchants, tasting rooms, restaurants, art galleries. You know, there's a lot going on down there.
There's a wide range of
wide range. And they work so hard. You know, these are small business entrepreneurs.
Mom and pop shops.
Mom and pop
really,
shops. They've put everything into these businesses. I really want to encourage people to go shop downtown.
Right.
You know, we know that Amazon's taking over the world and it's so easy to use, but remember to shop in Old Town because, you know, you can't get anything like what's in there.
Beautiful and unique merchandise that's down there, right?
And I just went shopping there yesterday to buy birthday gifts for a family member and found some really unique, beautiful things.
Right.
So.
And, you know, I mean, we have olive oil down there, and we've got wine, and, you know, I mean, if you've got friends or family that can't come out, they can always send a bottle of wine. Are you able to ship wine to...
It's kind of in-state.
In-state, right.
We don't ship out of state, but many of the other tasting rooms do.
Right.
So, yeah, there's always an option to do that.
Right.
There's also rock shops and antiques and
Jim and Ellen have been there forever, right?
Yeah.
And it's that's a really cool.
I think they were there originally in the dealership. No, they've had that place for a long time. They're just good people.
Right.
And when my grandkids come up, I have 12 grandkids.
Yeah.
12?
I know, right? I got 7, so.
When they come up, we always send them over to the rock shop and have them pick out one.
Right. That's awesome.
I love it.
So, and the older ones always find that most expensive thing.
I'm going to take my grandkids
it's
down
fun.
there.
The older one wants the Indian blanket.
They'll spend an hour there walking through that. There's so many things.
Right.
But we have so many besides the shops, which are awesome, and that's why we exist.
Yes.
We exist because that's part of the experience.
Sure.
You come, you taste the food, you taste the wine,
on the jail trail.
You taste the local Arizona beers, tonics. There's, I mean, ciders. There's so many things now.
Tea Easy, right?
Tea Easy,
that's awesome, right?
And they're right down the street from this new little shop for like teenage kids and young girls. And there's something hot mess.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is.
She's got glitter all over. I love her stuff.
Yeah.
It's really edgy and fun. So people need to go down there.
So that's the thing. We're also bringing a younger demographic into the area
it's not just antique shops.
No, right.
You know, there's a lot of new, vibrant things going on.
And we do have the hiking you mentioned, jail trail. So that's that you can do like a mile, 2 miles, or 3 miles, and loop back at any point, and it takes you right to the river, which is just awesome.
It is, and I know the city is also working with some of the other trails around Old Town too, so that's supposed to tie into others that will pull you around the other side.
Yeah, if you want to walk down there to the jail trail, you go all the way to the Dead Horse Park. Go check that out.
Right. So much to do. It's an awesome destination. So
we love it.
Yeah.
You also mentioned the other things that some of the other things the OTA does as members. Our goal obviously is to bring people together as a community, merchants together as a community, to help people share that in that Cottonwood experience. what the membership does, which is very nominal, it brings a pool of money together, which then we're able to partner with the chamber and the CEDC, and that money then is matched with the Arizona, or is the Arizona Office of Tourism matches that.
Right.
So whatever marketing funds we bring together actually are doubled.
Right.
And multiplied more than that, because each one of these other organizations that are doing that are
also marketing.
They're marketing the Verde Valley,
the
Old Town as a destination, and it just builds from there. So everybody benefits.
Partnerships are key, and you know, we can what's that old, all boats rise with the tide.
Yes.
So the more that we're all working together, it's much better. So so we recently had an annual meeting. So this happens every August with the OTA, and the membership comes together. And you want to talk a little bit more about the annual meeting?
I can talk a little bit, and then you can.
Yeah, we can.
We had a great turnout, so that was great, because we never know, you know, how many people are going to show up at the annual meeting, because it's
we
members
at least
only.
doubled from last year, right?
Yes. We might have tripled.
That's great.
We talked about our viability as an organization, you know, how well we're doing financially. We talked about the changes that we've made over the year. That was very important, you know, given our inheritance.
Right. And there was a lot of changes that were put in place, policies, procedures, things that
a lot of accountability.
So I think that's key.
And your fiduciary agency was a huge help for us too. We talked about obviously the progress we've made, and then our future goals. We feel sort of like a foal on young legs that we finally got up, and now we're sturdy and we're ready to take off.
But you guys have hit the ground sprinting, I think.
We had to.
You had.
Yeah,
well, we started out with considering whether the organization
would even viable,
was viable or not.
Right.
And looking back a year and a half later, right at that point when we all started, I think it was April. 2000.
End of April, early May.
So we're coming up on a year and a half, and there is money in the bank. There's no outstanding debt. As I said before, new events coming up, and the successful events that we already had existing, and nothing dropped. Nothing got missed along the way. Which is just great.
The momentum is just
it's
unheard of for me, and it is exciting, and it makes you want to do more.
And the city's involvement, the procedures that we implemented, and now we're at that point where we have to say, okay, what do we do next to, because this board eventually will go away, or some of us, and there will be other people. So we want it to be sustainable. So now we're looking at the bylaws, because our bylaws were written in 1993.
A century ago.
If there was, if Al Gore had created the internet at that point, and there was email.
That's right.
Oh dear.
I don't know that we were using email, and nobody thought about ever voting by email or voting by a survey monkey or anything like that. So we don't have the electronic or the bylaws to say we can do this. So we have to bring our association into the 21st century, and that's what we're doing now. And it's a little, 20 years into it. It's time for that.
It is.
But we're looking at everything. We're looking at code of ethics. We've already adopted the confidentiality. There's
whistleblower policies, everything.
All the things that we need to do as an organization that should stand for time.
I love that's what this board, 5 mighty people, I think, that have come together that really are looking to the future and how to make that sustainable, like you're saying. That to me is, it's been so exciting. It's so often do you get on boards where it's a little bit stagnant. This board has not stopped since it started.
This is true.
It is. It's incredible to me.
We take a lot of work home. But personally, I felt that when I came onto the board, I really wanted us to link arms together. Given just, a lot of different feelings in Old Town geographically. We actually had to go door to door and say, are you interested in reviving the OTA? Will you help us? And that commonality, that camaraderie, you can feel it when you go in a shop. And I think that's really important. It's not something that's tangible that we can speak to on paper, but it's something that people feel, and that is inherently so important.
It is.
That we're all linking arms together, and we're all like, we're Old Town, we're going to make it better. Come with us. We want to shine brightly in the Verde Valley.
And I know there's people over the years that have been hurt because of the things that have happened in the past, but this is different. It's new, and we are coming together for the, and I use this often, that Cottonwood experience.
Yes.
Every person that comes to Cottonwood needs to feel that, from shop to shop to shop.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Every person they meet, people come in and they're sitting at our bar at Winery 101, and the other day, it's always interesting. Like, they could be from everywhere at any time, but they're from one spot. One day, the whole bar was people from Manhattan.
Right.
And then the next day, Wisconsin.
It's true.
It's just, and
it's true.
I think it was Sunday or Monday.
It's funny how that works.
Monday,
I know, right?
Monday was Law Enforcement Day. Everyone was from a PD, Highway Patrol, Salt River, Indian, and it's so funny.
We had everybody from France yesterday.
Oh, wow.
3 tables
It's
from France.
so and a lot of times they're not even connected. They
No,
just start
they don't even know
interacting,
each
and then
other.
they get to know each other.
Right.
Yeah, but what's fun is they want to know more about what's to do in Cottonwood.
Right.
And you kind of put it out there. They'll ask, or someone else, sitting at the bar just starts saying, "Hey, did you try this? Did you try that?"
Right.
It's just a blast. It's
All
fun watching it happen.
We're going to take another quick break, guys. I know we could talk forever about this. I love it. We're going to take a quick break. Come right back, and we'll wrap it up. All right.
Okay.
Thank you. We'll see you in a minute.
This is Bruce Morrow, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley and Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello? That's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Welcome back to Rediscover the Verde Valley. Again with me is Brenda Clouston and Gavin Gallifant, and with the Old Town Association and Colt Grill 804.
Yeah, there you go.
Winery 101. So, right before the break, we were talking about all of the excitement and everything that's happening down there, right?
Yeah.
So we have a lot of different events. We're going to put save the dates up on the screen here. Some of the events that are coming up throughout the year. So we want to talk about some of those coming up, but the most exciting one that's coming up is the Bootleggers Bash, so we'll save a little bit of time on that.
Okay.
But tell us a little bit about some of the other events that are happening there. We've got the Old Town Safe Night, right?
Yeah, that's our Halloween Safe Night Walk. That's where all the kids and families come down to Old Town, and all the shops and tasting rooms, restaurants hand out candy.
Yeah.
And that candy is provided by the OTA, if you remember.
Right. That's excellent. So that actually pays for your membership there.
Just that alone.
So anybody watching can join the Old Town Association and get a box of candy to hand out. That's
perfect.
Cool.
Right.
So that's our Halloween event, and then we roll right into the city's event, which is Walking on Main, which will have a presence there. That's not sponsored by us, but that's in Old Town, so that's really fun.
Yeah, but it is. It's the whole town.
Classic cars,
old Main Street
wine
down there.
tasting, food, art, that type of thing.
Right.
And then there's the annual VIP chocolate walk. So that's a select amount of tickets. I believe it's 75 tickets that are sold.
And do it early.
Yeah, buy those
Sells
early.
out every
fast.
time.
Right.
Friday night you get a glass. You get so many. There's so many locations that you're going to stop to and get a taste
a little
of
map
each
that
place.
you can go around and get.
And you get chocolate and wine or some type of a brew.
That's Friday, Friday, December the 6th.
Right.
Then the next night is the big annual chocolate walk.
Right.
And
that's after the Christmas parade. Then that evening they do the chocolate walk.
Yes.
So
Christmas parade, then the chocolate walk that night. And we're expanding on that too, so we're hoping to have Christmas carolers.
Nice.
And music.
Are you going to be out there singing?
And no, we would clear the house if that happened.
Couldn't carry tune in a wheelbarrow, right?
Actually, I'm all right, but not like that. And Christmas trees, and it's going to be fun. So, you know, stay in Old Town after the Christmas parade. That's going to be awesome.
Right.
And then New Year's Eve, we're thinking about doing some type of barrel drop somewhere.
Right. For New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun,
Yeah,
right?
for New Year's Eve.
Excited
we don't know exactly where
yeah.
it's going to be, but
where
that
are we
might
going
be
to
fun.
drop it from, right? That's what we're going to have to
Yeah.
We got to find something tall enough to drop it.
Yeah.
I'll bring in a lift.
Right.
And then we roll right into the sip and stroll for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
Similar to the chocolate walk where you stroll up and down Main Street. And we're adding another rat rod cruise, those fun antique kind of
that
vintage
was excellent because we
cars.
just introduced that this year, right? It was kind of a last minute thing.
Yeah, that turned out to be really well received.
Right.
So we're going to do that again.
Right.
That's going to be fun. And then cornhole.
Cornhole was so much fun too.
What a kick that was.
Right.
The second annual. And
annual cornhole.
That was a blast. There was so many people playing that.
Yeah.
And like us, my wife and I, newbies, you know, hadn't done. We got our butts kicked all over the place.
Right.
But it was
and
fun.
we laughed.
I think I only won one match there, so
we did. I'm pretty sure we came in last.
There were some people who were serious about that.
It was just a good time.
They were serious.
And
they made some.
They had their own little
money.
bags, and they didn't slide like mine. Mine would go just slide off.
Let's talk about this Bootleggers Bash. This is coming up the same Saturday as Thunder Valley Rally.
Yes.
It's Saturday, September 21st. We're going to have some
locals
hooch
party.
and locals party. It's free music. So come down, listen to some music. It's
3 live bands.
3 live bands at the Old Town Activity Park.
Yep. We're going to have 3 distilleries.
Right.
3 wineries.
Right.
4 food trucks.
Right.
3 or 4 food trucks.
Excellent.
Restaurants, vendors. It's strictly to focus on the locals and bring locals back to Old Town for TVR weekend.
Give you something to do. There's motorcycle parking on the street, but there's plenty of parking in the back.
That's right.
Yeah. Right. So there's still plenty of parking and ways to get around, and it's going to be a fun time.
It is.
We're wanting locals to come down and enjoy some music, see the motorcycles and whatnot, eat some local food.
See what's going on.
It's all about that Cottonwood and Old Town experience that you're kind of talking about too. This is what we want to share with people.
Not just for people outside coming.
Right.
It's for Cottonwood.
It's for Cottonwood. Right. We want our locals to come down and hang out with us and enjoy this. So, and then I love the focus of the local food and the local wine and everything. So,
and bootlegging's our history.
Bootlegging is our history.
That's why we're calling it the Bootleggers Bash.
Yes.
So, and it ties into the Thunder Valley Rally event. So there'll be a poker run that's starting over there at the park.
Right.
And we're actually one of the poker run stops, which is kind of great. So they'll be able to do a tour of the Verde Valley, come in and see us, hang out. Watch some listen to some music, watch some music as well.
Watch live music too.
Watch some people watching some live music.
It's all good.
It is. It's going to be great. And
so details on oldtown.org.
Right, and or on the Facebook page as well.
Or on our Facebook page. So we've got all kinds of vendors signed up for that. It's going to be a big deal.
It's going to be excellent.
I'm
so
excited.
people coming from all over. And so 10 to 5 again, Saturday, September 21st at the Old Town Activity Park.
Yep.
I want to thank you two for spending this time with me, and I just enjoy getting to learn more about both of you, and really enjoy your friendships and working with you.
We feel the same way about you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. We'll do it again real soon, all right?
Sounds good.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, folks. Thank you for hanging out with us, too, and we'll see you next time.